for tonight. First of all, later on, I'm going to be joined by civil rights attorney Sherilyn Ifill is going to be joining us. I'm excited to talk to her. We're going to break down all the Met Gala looks. And if time permits, the erosion of voting rights in America. All right. Obviously, I'm not at the Met Gala tonight. Wasn't invited. My invite was rescinded in like 1997. But I didn't get invited this year. Apparently my body is, quote, not compatible. As you get older, your body changes. You know what I don't look good in anymore? Is pictures, I think. Point is this, ladies and gentlemen, obviously the big news continues to be our situationship with Iran. Is it a war? Is it a ceasefire? Are we friends with bomber fits? I don't know. Because as you know, Friday marked the expiration of the 60-day free trial period presidents get to do wars. After 60 days, the president must ask Congress, who then decides, are we subscribing? Or are we just going to use Israel's password? So as you can... So as you can imagine, it's going to be big news when Trump asks for official permission.
Trump signaling he will not seek official permission from Congress to extend the war with Iran.
What? He's not going to seek official permission? I was kind of under the impression that that's not his choice. That it would be, I don't know, illegal. Then I remember Donald Trump doesn't give a about legality or any accountability that may occur from said illegality. So much so that he felt confident confessing to said illegality in a speech in Florida on the day he was supposed to attain congressional approval.
What they call a military operation, you know, they don't like the word war, and they call it a military operation because that way you don't have a war, you don't have legal problems.
You almost have to admire the brazenness of a president just casually explaining just the thing, how to get around our pesky laws. Just not a care in the world. It's like going up to a McDonald's cashier. Yeah, I'm going to get a cup of water. I say water. It's because I don't like to use the word soda. If I say water, I get it for free. But to be clear, I will be drinking soda. But my plan is to use the word water to avoid any, what you call payment problems. Of course, Trump's plan only works if he has the discipline to maintain his assertion that we are, in fact, not in a war.
You know, we're in a war.
Same day, same podium. Here's how I get around being a war. We're in a war. He's just sitting there. It's like he's just looking the cashier in the eye, filling up his cup with soda. I'm just going to get a little Mountain Dew, little Pepsi, little, I don't know what the root beer one is, little Mountain Dew, little Pepsi, little Barks, little High C. I'm going around the f***ing world. And by the way, it's all purposeful. These are not mistakes. These are the machinations of a genius. He'll tell you himself, as he did this weekend.
I'm the only president to take a cognitive test. You know, the first question is very easy. It's a lion, a giraffe, a bear, and a shark. They say, which one is the bear?
You're the only president to take the cognitive test. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you're the only president that happens to? That for some reason, every time you go to the doctor, which is a lot, the doctor's always like, hey, while you're here, if you could come over here and just explain very quickly, which one of these is the bear? But I interrupted. Let's hear more about this totally believable test you keep acing.
They say, take a number, any number. Okay, I'll take 99. Multiply times 9, okay? Divide it by 3, good. Add 4,293, that's good. Divide by 2. Subtract 93. Divide by 9. There aren't a lot of people that get it right. I got it right.
The answer was bear. But no, he's not. Let me not be dismissive. No, Trump is a regular Stephen Hawking. That's what it is. Although I thought the only thing they had in common was being in the Epstein files. But the important... Oh, I apologize. No, I'm sorry, I apologize. Too soon? Or should I say, too soon? Listen, if Punch the Monkey can handle it. And by the way, the wild thing is, Trump seems to be almost getting smarter with age. Because this is how he handled math questions 20 years ago on the Howard Stern show.
All right, I'm going to ask you a tough question.
Yeah.
Wharton School of Business.
Yes.
What's 17 times 6? Come on.
What is it, human calculator? See, that's not a practical...
96?
Wrong.
94?
Wrong.
That's not a practical application, though.
Ivanka, 17 times 6.
It's 11. It's 11, 12.
$11-12 isn't a real number. That's two numbers just placed side by side. Guess it's the 2000s equivalent of 6-7. That's how it... So I apologize. I know you're a genius. Try again.
112.
112.
It is 112?
112.
Yeah. So that is a number, but it's still wrong. It's 102. But somehow we're supposed to believe that 20 years later, you've turned into a f***ing genius. You've turned into a working-class janitor at MIT solving quadratics between mopping up. You know, I can't believe they ever gave Trump the FIFA math prize. So... See, Trump is a special genius that sees himself above all traditional presidential limitations. He's not bound by our petty checks and balances and separations of powers. He has ignored 31 lower court decisions, not including 250 more rulings in immigration cases. He's festooned the people's house with trappings of a Versailles-themed bar mitzvah. He has built a Kim Jong-un-esque giant gold statue of himself at his Doral golf course. He's gonna be on our f***ing passports. Our passports. Whenever you go abroad, whenever you travel overseas, you're gonna have to tell a customs officer, I don't know him. How out of control are Trump's royal ambitions? So bad that last week, an actual king, born of the lineage of kings we fought to establish our constitutional republic, had to come back here to remind us to wake the f*** up.
I come here today with the highest respect
for the United States Congress, this citadel of democracy created to represent the voice of all American people to advance sacred rights and freedoms.
Oh, shit, no, you didn't! Oh, shit! King Charles coming in hot! Firing on all, what's the British word for cylinders? I don't know. But you heard him? And then Charles did us dirty with a list of all the hard-fought constitutional principles we are squandering.
The principle that executive power is subject to checks and balances, the rule of law, the certainty of stable and accessible rules, an independent judiciary delivering impartial justice. Let our two countries rededicate ourselves.
All right, all right. It was all very powerful until you hit the rededicate. The separation of powers, we must rededicate. I'm going to stop you before you go full Tootsie Pop Owl. How many licks must you give a country before we get to the... But you heard him. You heard the king. He's just a boy standing in front of a Congress asking it to rededicate itself to the principles of constitutional checks and balances. But Congress won't. Congress won't do that because they suck. Congress has completely abandoned any serious oversight of our military operation. They've still not passed a full budget. They've passed fewer laws than any Congress in the first year of a presidency. In our history, they haven't done anything. Well, that's not totally fair.
We have another bird alert, and this time it involves something that happened on Capitol Hill. These birds were in the hot seat during a House hearing led by Idaho Republican Congressman Mike Simpson. The hearing was meant to highlight efforts to preserve these birds of prey.
That's what it is intended for, but instead, it ended in tragedy. Jump, Lindsay, jump! Jump, boy! Here's the crazy part. The Congress people still showing up for bird shows are the best of them. Some of these people don't show up for anything.
GOP New Jersey Representative Tom Kean Jr. hasn't voted since March 5th. Kean has missed more than 50 votes. Top GOP leaders are in the dark. It's a mystery in the Capitol building. Fox contacted multiple members of the House GOP leadership. None had any idea about Kean's whereabouts. One member of the Republican brass told Fox that Kean's absence didn't worry them, quote, until you called.
Hey, you know the saying around here, that's just more birds for us, huh? Here's how little government even means to any of them. This is who was designated survivor, who would be tasked with rebuilding our nation if the worst had actually happened at that White House Correspondents' Dinner.
The person who would have theoretically taken over control of the United States government as president of the United States, if something would have happened to everybody in that room, would have been Senator Chuck Grassley, who is in his 90s.
That was the designated survivor who will lead our country into the future. The guy who will lead our country into the future, statistically, doesn't have much of one. Like, actuarial tables-wise, he would not be expected to survive an uneventful evening. I'm sorry. Too soon? And by the way, if you're hoping that our judiciary will step up and be the guardrail against Trump's kingly ambitions, watch a bunch of nominees for confirmation to our federal court system refuse to do so.
Mr. Mark, if I might, just tell me about the 22nd Amendment. What does it provide?
I haven't had an opportunity to use that one specifically.
It states no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Mr. Mark, is President Trump eligible to run for president again in 2028?
Senator, without considering all the facts and looking at everything, depending on what the situation is, this to me strikes as more of a hypothetical.
Is he eligible to run for a third term under our Constitution?
I would have to review.
Review what? You're allowed 2. He said 2. That means you can't have 3. Do you really have to do the math on that? Person trying to be confirmed to the United States judicial system? Is the answer 11-12? Is that what you're looking at? It's, what do you have to review? It's not a trick.
Anybody else brave enough to say that the Constitution of the United States prevents President Trump from seeking a third term? Anybody willing to apply the Constitution by its plain language in the 22nd Amendment? Nobody. All right, let's move on.
Are you happy? You broke his heart. The Congress isn't coming to save us. The judiciary isn't coming to save us. The voters are being gerrymandered out of being able to save us. We've only got one last card to play, our beautiful fourth estate. Democracy dies in darkness. So we look to the free press, the newsies, the ink-stained wretches, the masters of muckrake, the clickety-clack brigade, tappers, rappers, wolf blitzers, titty twisters. We, the people, depend on the news media to bring the tough questions that hold the politicians accountable.
There was a report this week that because of all the firepower required for epic fury, that there are people in the White House who are starting to worry about our inventory of bombs and missiles. Are you worried?
It's a solid question. The New York Times just discovered that since the war began, the United States has burned through half its long-range missiles, plus 1,000 Tomahawk missiles, which is nearly 10 times more than we buy each year, plus thousands more of pretty much every other type of missile that we have. Experts are getting worried we're depleting our stockpiles. So, Mr. President, are we running out of weapons?
No, we have more than we've ever had out there. Because all over the world we have inventory, and we can take that if we need it. Right now, we have more than double what we had when this started.
That sounds like bullshit. No, maybe I'm wrong. Or is it perhaps magic? What you're saying is, in the beginning of the war, we had only this one ball. And then we spent a month using that ball. We used it to bomb every place in Iran we could think of. And now, at the end of that time, we find ourselves... Hold on. Here. Where is that? Wait. Hold on. We had one ball. Remember the premise. One ball, and we used the ball to bomb Iran, and now apparently we have 2 balls. Now, very clearly, this makes no f***ing sense. It's nonsensical on its face. And the reporters have all the specific reporting to back that up. The follow-ups to this nonsense are going to be brutal.
The G7 is in France in June. Will you go to it?
Probably.
No! Just the question should just be this. What the f*** did you just say? That didn't make any sense. The G7 is a month from now. It'll be on his schedule. Follow up on the f***ing missile thing.
You still support a pardon for Pete Rose, sir? Oh, I think Pete Rose was great.
Oh, I get it. You're prepping him with nonsense to lower his defenses before you come in with hard facts about a war he's clearly bullshitting about. Go.
You're going to be hosting the first ever UFC fight at the White House in 45 days, sir. Can you preview the event? Can you talk about the card and what this will mean?
We're so And by the way, what is the point of having to shout your questions if you're not going to listen to the answers? We need you to help us litigate the boundaries of our reality, not move on to Pete f***ing Rose. Can someone from the foreign press jump in?
I love you, Mr. President. Mr. President. I like him too. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, they give Chef Boyardee credentials? The f*** is Mr. President, Italy has a question for you. By the way, that reporter is not actually Italian. He's Kurdish, but this was the only accent we felt we could safely do. Now, I genuinely don't understand what this country is becoming. When every one of our institutions are failing us, is there any hope for the liberal democracy that has inspired the world for these past 250 years? Is there anyone who can recall the lessons of our American Revolution and inspire this nation to return to its founding principles in this, our 250th year?
Let our two countries rededicate ourselves.
If the strongest defender of American democracy is the King of England, we are